The timeless language of painting. Painting is one of the oldest and most profound forms of human expression. Long before written language, humans communicated stories, beliefs, and emotions through images. From ancient cave walls to grand Renaissance frescoes and contemporary digital canvases, painting has remained a powerful medium that transcends time, culture, and language. Whether it's an abstract explosion of color or a delicate, realistic portrait, painting allows both artists and viewers to connect deeply with the essence of human experience. Understanding painting is not just about learning to apply pigment to a surface, it's about exploring vision, emotion, and imagination. Origins of painting. Painting began tens of thousands of years ago. The earliest known paintings, discovered in caves like those of Lascaux in France and Chauvet in southern Europe, date back around 30,000 to 40,000 years. These early artworks were often created with natural pigments made from earth, charcoal, and minerals, and were applied using fingers, rudimentary brushes, or even blowing pigment through hollow bones. These cave paintings often depicted animals, hunting scenes, and symbolic figures, suggesting they were used not just for decoration but for ritual, storytelling, and recording events. They represent humanity's first visual language, a way to capture and preserve knowledge, culture, and imagination. Painting through the age. As civilizations evolved, so did painting. In ancient Egypt, art adorned tombs and temples, often portraying gods, pharaohs, and scenes of daily life with symbolic and religious significance. Ancient Greek and Roman artists pursued naturalism and developed techniques for fresco painting, mosaic, and perspective. In Asia, particularly in China, painting developed in close relationship with calligraphy and poetry. Artists used brush and ink on silk or paper to create elegant landscapes and philosophical scenes. Japanese and Indian painting traditions also flourished with their own unique styles and spiritual significance. The Middle Ages in Europe saw painting mostly serving religious purposes, with illuminated manuscripts and church frescoes being central. Then came the Renaissance, a golden age of painting. Masters like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael revolutionized art with a deep understanding of anatomy, light, and perspective. Painting became more realistic, emotional, and intellectually profound. From there, art movements emerged in rapid succession. Baroque, Rococo, Neoclassicism, Romanticism, Impressionism, and Modernism each brought new techniques, ideologies, and experiments with color, form, and subject matter. In the 20th century, painting exploded into abstract and conceptual territories with movements like Cubism, Surrealism, Expressionism, and Minimalism. Today, painting is a global practice that embraces both tradition and innovation. Artists use digital tools, new materials, and diverse cultural references, continuing to push boundaries. The heart of painting as an art form. Painting is more than just applying colour to a surface. It is an intimate and direct way of translating thought and feeling into visual form. Unlike sculpture or architecture, which are often bound to structure and space, painting allows for endless freedom. It can be representational or abstract, detailed or suggestive, vibrant or muted. Each brushstroke carries the artist's intention, and every composition is a dialogue between the inner world and the outer canvas. Painting also invites viewers to interpret. A single image can evoke different meanings depending on the observer's perspective. It becomes a shared space of imagination where the artist's vision meets the viewer's response. Choosing your painting. Choosing your medium. There are several types of paint to choose from, each with its own characteristics. Acrylic paint is fast-drying, versatile, and beginner-friendly. Watercolour is more delicate and transparent, ideal for light washes and soft effects. Oil paint is rich and flexible but requires more time and materials for drying and cleanup. Gouache is similar to watercolour but more opaque. Pick one to start with and get familiar with how it behaves. Essential tools. Start with a set of basic brushes, different sizes and shapes like flat, round, and filbert. You'll also need a palette to mix colours, a surface like canvas, paper, or wood panels, and a water container or solvent depending on the paint type. Don't forget rags or paper towels for cleaning. Understanding colour. Learn the basics of the colour wheel. Primary colours, red, blue, yellow. Secondary colours, green, orange, purple. And complementary colours, opposites on the wheel. Understanding warm and cool colours, value, lightness and darkness, and how to mix colours will greatly improve your painting. Start simple. Begin with simple exercises. Practice making gradients, blending colours, and painting basic shapes. Try copying a photo or a still life to understand proportion and composition. Don't rush into complex scenes. Mastering fundamentals will make a big difference in your growth. Observe the world. Train your eye to see as an artist. Look at light and shadow, textures, and the relationships between colours in nature. Study works by other artists and try to understand how they use technique and composition. Experiment freely. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Painting is as much about discovery as it is about precision. Try different styles, realism, abstract, impressionistic, until you find what resonates with you. Create a routine. Consistency is key. Set aside time to paint regularly, even if it's just a few minutes a day. The more you paint, the more you'll learn about your style, preferences, and skills. Reflect and learn. Take time to step back and reflect on your work. What did you enjoy? What could improve? Keep a sketchbook or journal to track your progress, ideas, and inspirations. Closing thoughts. Painting is a journey of expression, patience, and passion. Whether you're drawn to capturing reality, exploring dreams, or simply enjoying the process of playing with colour, painting opens the door to a world where creativity knows no limits. Every artist starts as a beginner, but with curiosity, practice, and a willingness to explore, anyone can find their voice in the language of paint. If you're enjoying the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. I love hearing what you think, Hank, and your support helps the channel grow big time. Thanks for being here. It means a lot. Let's